Hi there, happy Thursday. Sorry I'm running a little bit late. It's just been that kind of a week because I've been fighting off a cold. So it's Thursday afternoon, the day we talk about marriage, and I'm Leslie Dories, your marriage coach and creator of Foundations Coaching and the creator of the Hero Husband Project. So we've been talking about sex, everybody's favorite conversation, except when it's not. And it's, there's a fallacy that marriage is a place where sex goes to die. Now, that can be true, and it can also be true that sex can get boring, sex can get routine, sex can get dull. And if you've been together for a while, it can really be hard to not get into a rut and to actually do what I call keeping sex intimate. Now, I like to talk about that there's a difference between having sex and making love, and sometimes just the rip off your clothes, just get physical, just do it is a whole lot of fun. But making love is really what connects us. It really is what makes us feel special and really. And here's one of the challenges and one of the positives of it. It actually makes us vulnerable. Because quite frankly, at the moment of orgasm, none of us are in control of our bodies. So if we don't feel safe, if we don't feel like somebody cares about us, then we're going to struggle and we're going to not want to get involved. And having sex is... And I'm not talking about the physical act, because the physical act is it's all about you. Making love is about the other person. And it's really about focusing on your partner, really paying attention to what it is your partner enjoys, paying attention to what their body's doing. And hopefully that will also make you feel good too. But there's a difference, and it's a mindset difference. It's an intention difference. And when we're making love, when we're paying attention to somebody else, that's real intimacy, because we're connected, we're thinking about the other person, we're trying to do things that make them feel good. And it's a mutual experience. It's not just a one-way street. It's not just a, pardon the expression, slam bam, thank you ma'am, or sir. It's really about letting go. It's really about feeling connected. And that's where the intimacy comes in. That's where we're really authentic with each other. And that's where the connection, the excitement, what's the word I'm looking for? So sorry, I'm losing my mind. It's really where we feel like we made the right choice in choosing this partner. We're opening ourselves up to them in every single way possible. Not just physically, but when we connect on that physical level, when we have the oxytocin flowing, when we have those wonderful feelings, then we connect on that deeply emotional level, when we feel safe, when we feel like we're accepted, and we can let ourselves go, and we can really let ourselves be in that moment. And that's where the intimacy is. That's what we're seen, we're felt, we're experienced. We know that the other person is paying attention to us, and we can do the same in return. And that's really what makes it all so special. And we need to be able to have time to do that. If you've been reading my articles this month or the last 2 months, if you've been watching the Facebook Lives, I've been talking about how we use our physical connection, how we use our physical interaction to really create the relationships that we want. And we need to be intentional about it. We need to make sure that it's happening as frequently as is good for the relationship. Now, we've talked about libido differences, and where the relationship is. If the relationship isn't in a good place, it's going to be really hard to create that intimacy because we don't think it's safe. And that's one of the things. We want to make sure that we're taking the time, that we're showing that this aspect of our relationship matters. And like anything else that matters, people can tell the difference. We can tell the difference whether somebody is doing something out of duty. I'm not a big fan of duty sex. But if your sex life isn't what you want it to be, then what do you need to do differently? How can you invite your partner to be more intimate with you? Are you paying attention to what else is going on, not just in your partner's life, but in your life as well? We have to separate ourselves out. We have to shut down the computers. We have to shut down the technology. We have to put the kids to bed. We have to take time for ourselves and our relationship. And there's all these aspects to it. So in order to keep sex intimate, again, you have to be intentional about it. You have to be willing to learn, not just about what your partner likes, but also what you like. Because got news for you guys and ladies. Over the years, our bodies change, and especially those of us who've had children, things do change. And to expect, I was just seeing something earlier today where it was in a video, and it's like they were doing an exercise, and it's like, I want my pre-baby body back. Not going to happen, ladies, because it changes you. And so as we go through life, as we go through all kinds of changes, then we have to be able to adjust. And so what may have worked for us 5 years ago may not work now. And that's okay as long as we're willing to be open and honest and connected with each other. So hopefully that's made some sense. And hopefully you've gotten some good ideas from this, and that being intimate is more about just physical. It's about connecting emotionally. And that's really where the joy of relationships can come from. So until next week, stay loving.